as a lifelong Bears fan.
Yes.
The first time I ever met you was when I was doing this show as a podcast up at the NFL Network, and you showed up. You showed up in your Ditka sweater, literally from '85,
yes,
right?
From back in the day.
Okay, so what? Can you compute what this team looks like right now?
Well, it's the 2008. The world has changed. It's 2018, and so have the Chicago Bears, apparently. And I love everything about it. I love our offense. I love the team unity. Obviously, I love our defense. I think Mack is a perfect Bear, and I didn't realize it when he was in Oakland, but he fits our DNA.
How so?
He's a team guy. He's a hard worker. He's not a big ego guy, but he's dominant. So he didn't come in when we're not dealing with a big attitude and a big ego who sees himself bigger than the team but puts up numbers. He's one of those guys from everything I've read and seen. He's working hard. He's making other people better. He's part of the unit. He cares about the offense. So I'm like, first of all, Gruden, come on, buddy. Come on, man.
Hey, man,
what's going on, bud?
He coughed him up to you.
Cooper, I'm like, I understand getting draft picks and saving money. But eventually, you got to start winning games.
I know. At some point, you got to hit the win it now button.
Yeah, and also with the draft, you're getting fine. You get Bosa. Let's say you get number one. I would still take Mack over him. You got to pay Bosa eventually.
I know. At some point, and the thing that I do like about what the Bears are doing right now, and it's going to be, I think, the entirety of the entire backdrop to the Sunday night game.
Yes, for sure.
Is with the Rams coming in with their young quarterback that they hooked up to a dynamic play calling schemer with a game wrecker on the defensive line and team speed everywhere else. I mean, I just described the Rams to you, but that's also the Chicago Bears.
But it's the new model.
Yeah,
and
I know. And the Bears are
in
at the
that model.
What's going on?
But we also, our running game, I mean, don't sleep on Howard when it gets really cold. He hasn't had a great year yet.
Right.
He's an unbelievable running back. He's a top 10 guy. So when it gets cold, we still do have him. I got a question for you.
Yes, Jake Johnson.
Are you a believer?
In what?
Ny, the Bears.
We had Nagy on the show, about 6 weeks ago? A delight. An absolute delight to talk to.
Yeah.
Brockman and I, as follically challenged guys, the only thing we don't understand about Nagy is that he wears a visor,
I don't get that.
which only accentuates the dome. It doesn't protect the dome.
He's also got to figure out. He's got to figure out the headphones. There's always a weird tilt with the hat he's got on.
Yeah, there's just a little, but other than that,
yes, you're a believer.
That's not bad. Those are high rent problems.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying.
Same way.
But in this again, right now, for the NFL to win this year. Yes. And to win for the next 5 years, you need to have what the Bears have, which is what I just described to you, with team speed everywhere, where prior to the snap, the defense is wondering, how am I going to cover all these fast guys coming out of the backfield and out wide and in the slot? And then post-snap, the scheme is not what you're expecting. So pre-snap, post-snap is a problem.
Yes. The movement pre-snap's a problem. You watch those linebackers getting confused.
The defense, as long as Vic Fangio, you can hold on to him. I think everybody's going to be coming for him. Oh, I know you may have the 3-year deal, but somebody comes knocking on the door for him.
How does that work, actually? Do we? The whole thing I never understand is the permission.
Yes.
So he's got a 3-year contract. Yes. So let's say the Packers say, we're looking for a head coach. We want Vic Fangio.
Well, if the Packers come knocking, the Bears are like, keep knocking elsewhere.
But is Ryan Pace allowed to say, we're not granting that interview? How does that work?
I do believe he's allowed to say we're not. Unless, hold on a minute. If it's for a promotion, you cannot deny that.
Oh, so head coach, he could go there.
I do believe so. But if it's for defensive coordinator, you could say keep pound sand. Pound sand.
Okay.
Yeah.
But a promotion, no matter what your contract says, you can jump.
I think and if the Packers, to continue on in this conversation, Jake Johnson, who's playing Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, is Peter Parker here on the Rich Eisen Show. We were talking about who's the best coach for the Packers and Aaron Rodgers moving forward.
I think Aaron Rodgers thinks he would be his own best coach.
Well, that's a perfect Bears response to that question. But it's having a defensive guy come in, say, I'm taking care of that side of the ball.
You take
Aaron,
care of the offense.
you and maybe Joe Philbin, who's taking over as the coach there. You take care of the offense. I'm going to make sure your 3 touchdowns a game stands up.
Right.
More often than not. That might be the right one. So obviously Fangio could be that guy.
Yes.
But with Fangio and this defense and Khalil Mack being there and Eddie Jackson being a defensive player of the year type candidate and Roquan Smith. I mean, you can go on and on.
I agree. Trey Cohen.
Akeem Hicks has been spectacular.
Leonard Floyd is coming around.
Look at you. Okay, so now look, this whole team.
Yeah.
I'm a believer. I like what's going on right now because it's sustainable.
I think so too.
If you know what the if is?
If Mitch continues to grow.
Trubisky is the big if.
But you know what I think? You know what here's what I hate about, what I love about being in Chicago as a parent. It's most of it. Here's what I hate about being from Chicago and a Chicago fan. Mm-hmm. Our media does not want us to be happy with our team. And Chicago fans want to always find a fault.
What are you talking about?
Mitch Trubisky, everybody's saying like, I don't know if he's the guy. Why did Ryan Pace move up? What a mistake. We saw what happened against the Giants without Mitch. Mm-hmm. Chase Daniel he's a great backup. Our offense, our coordinator, our everything with Nagy, Mitch delivers it. He's already taken the step.
Mitch's running ability is what makes him a difference maker, too.
What was it, 6 touchdowns against Tampa Bay?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, we like to say as a system when we're being hateful, where we're like, well, it's Nagy. We got a great system. Anybody can run it. But then when you watched our backup, no, you need a number 2 pick to run that offense.
Well, know this, Jake. No matter how much you think that people are being told they should not be happy, at least it's not New England, where it's ingrained in you as a New Englander that you may not be happy
about this success
until you're completely unhappy.
Yes, that's right.
So that at least.
Well, that's what we have. We used to have the Red Sox and Cubs in common, and now we have this. That's the curse we can hold on to from Chicago and New England.
Fantastic.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.